morning. Day 2, I guess. I don't know. Yesterday I started at Springer. Or not at Springer, at the top of Amicalola Falls. And then made it to Springer around noon, 11:30. Ate lunch. And then took off again and went 8.1 miles from Springer. So I think only officially 8.1 miles on the trail. About 16 miles from Amicalola Falls. And then my fitness app said I did just over 20 miles yesterday. So you figure going to get water and stuff like that. That's where I'm at. It's just after 8 a.m. I'm packed up and moving again. Had me some breakfast. Met a wonderful friend, Megan, who turned 29 today. And was out here with her puppy, Kai. For her birthday. So she was only doing like a weekend out here. And then going back in. So it was nice to meet her. She gave me a wonderful hair tie, I think, because they can be used for just about anything, which I've already used it because amazingly, when you pack your bag and then try to repack your bag, it never fits the way it did when you were in a hotel. Much easier to pack in a hotel than it is out in the real world. So I used it to tie off my trash compactor bag. And now we're moving along. She also gave me a seat, which this morning I always thought like I'd just sit on my hammock and do everything from there, which is possible. Usually if you do like Shug and have a little table there, makes it easier. But I just kind of sat there in like a baseball catcher position, heating up my water and eating my oatmeal. So she gave me a chair and then took all my trash for me, which was wonderful. It's great meeting her. I met a lot of people out here. Yesterday I mentioned Sam. I met Sam on Saturday the 25th. Today's Monday the 27th. So on Saturday the 25th, when I slack packed the falls with my family, my last night in a nice warm bed, I met Sam there. And then he's taking it easy, which is probably way smarter than what I'm doing. So I caught up with him at the Hawk Mountain Shelter last night. Today's goal might be Gooch. I just can't see getting somewhere by noon and calling it a day. So I'll see how I'm feeling. My body's a little beat up, which is to be expected. I pushed further than I ever did training, and then this terrain is formidable at times. So Gooch Gap at a minimum, that's about 8 miles. And then if I'm doing 12 miles, that would put me, I think, at Woody's Gap. So slowly making my way towards Neal's Gap and dreading Blood Mountain. So, because it's supposed to be like the biggest thing I think you hit in Georgia, potentially. And after that approach trail, I'm just like, how could it possibly get worse than the approach trail this early? But, you know, guess you just wait and see. So until next time, be well. I imagine on a clear day that this is probably a really nice view. Well, today's not necessarily a clear day. I did get to see the sun for the first time, which you saw in my picture. Right there, that yellow glowing ball. I'm about, it's 9:06 on February 27th, and I'm probably about a mile and a half, a mile and 3/4 in. Hopefully we'll have better days. Supposed to get storms today, starting at noon. Probably gonna push through those for a couple miles. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, so everything can dry out, and then storms again towards the end of the week. Catch up with you in a bit. just came down off of there and I'm climbing again. Here's the view. I got some people catching up with me. Kind of turtling it nice and slow. Still heading to Gooch Gap. It's kind of sprinkling. It's supposed to storm here soon. So I think I'm gonna shut it down there. That'll be about an 8-mile day. Put me about 16, almost 17 miles on trail. But it'll put me about 24 miles or so with the approach. So about 12 miles a day. And we'll see what we get from there. I just thought this was pretty nice through here. Just moving along nice and slow. Yesterday beat me up. It was that approach to Hawk Mountain Shelter. That's quite a hike. And kind of took it out of me for today. So I started off kind of exhausted and I've just been kind of plugging along. So I'll get to the Gooch Gap and kind of settle in a little early today. Get me some lunch, have a warm lunch, that'll be nice. No peanut butter jelly on tortillas. And I'm gonna go all out, be a baller, and have a north side. And then another probably ramen bomb for dinner, which is like half a pack of instant mashed potatoes with vegetable ramen. And then I've got some Beyond jerky in there. I know I haven't said on here I don't eat meat. I guess I've had fish twice in the last 6 years, and that was when I was back home, and it was just one of those comfort things. But other than that, haven't had any meat because of my cholesterol. And I went to the doctor and he wanted to put me on meds, and I knew I was eating too much. I'd down in Texas, I'd go to the barbecue place and I'd get a pound of jalapeno sausage, which is delicious, and then half a pound of brisket and a basket of fries, and I felt horrible after eating all that. So I just stopped eating meat, and I know that's not for everybody, but that got my cholesterol back where it needed to be without being on meds. So that's worked for me, and I've just kind of stuck with it. It looks like we're going to go down some stairs here to a little, I don't know if it's going to be a water crossing or if I'm going to walk along it. Got some felled trees. But that's my dinner tonight and my lunch. Oh, these old bones and these stairs. I know these look nice and flat on the camera, but I assure you they're not. They are very close. And yeah, just waiting to trip somebody up and have a yard sale of gear everywhere once I fall down. So it looks like I'm gonna, oh yeah, this is gonna be a water crossing, so I'll let y'all stay with me here a minute. Camping, I don't know, let me read this. My brain, you get up here and you get moving around and your brain gets really slow, because I think yesterday, I probably said it already, burnt 3,000 active calories roughly and 2,000 inactive. So camping in of green. All right. Oh, nope. Camping in of creek. Why'd I read green? See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. You get out here and you can't think of things. You know, the same thing would happen when I used to run, or I'd go cycling, and you get, you know, quite a few miles in and the heart rate's up, and you get that kind of, your body's struggling to get oxygen to your muscles. and stop sending it to your brain. So brain functionality kind of drops to minimal, just to keep your body moving forward, because that's what you've told it you wanted to do. I'm gonna hush. All right, so like those who came before me, let's see if I end up in the drink here. These old bones are creaking already, so let's go nice and slow. And onward and upward, and that looks like that's going to be another hilltop. Whoop, whoop. Can't wait for this. Yeah, all right. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to struggle. There's a sign there that says camping 100 yards, so not exactly sure where I am. Find out soon enough. See you in a bit. So I was hoping to show you how I get water out here. So I got some nice flowing water, and you're gonna see me try to get down here to actually capture it and filter it. So stay tuned here. Hopefully I don't fall in and hurt myself. So I fill the bottle, toss this little filter on. I'm going to change your view here a little bit. There we go. And then I squeeze this. Set this bottle aside. And then I drop my stuff. You have to do that. And then there's a filter built in right here. And dirty water is in this bag, and fresh water is coming out of it. So there's one bottle for tonight. I'm about 2/10 of a mile from camp for the day. It's just been raining. It's supposed to storm. We'll see what we get. There's one bottle for tomorrow to get me started. So I'll fill this up again to fill this bottle, and then I'll fill it up again. So I'll be carrying almost 10 pounds of water extra back to camp with me. But this will give me hopefully lunch, dinner, and breakfast. Oof. And then some water to head out with in the morning. I don't even know if I was in the camera on that one. Sorry. Sorry. And there's a hole in this bag that I'm finding. I'm going to put enough pressure on it. because I just have water spraying out. I need to get a little bit more water in there. So your water really doesn't get much fresher than this, friends. Pop it through that filter and good to go. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Fresh water, once it's filtered. Not a bad day, even with the rain. All right, I'm gonna go get to camp, try to heal up, get some calories in me.